been a big month for Canadian boxing as two of our biggest stars faced off on HBO last weekend, and now there's a possibility that another one will emerge on Showtime this weekend. Dierry gets the chance he's been waiting for on Saturday as he meets IBF light welterweight champion Lamont Peterson at the DC Armory in Washington. Jean remains a relative unknown to the American boxing public. Like it has many times recently, Eye of the Tiger management scooped Jean up when other promoters were skeptical and guided him up the ranks. In fights that were aired live here on Fight Network, Jean blazed through the requisite opponents on home turf in Quebec. Promoter Camila Stefan specifically created a regular club show with the purpose of moving Jean up the rankings without the help of a major network or a power broker in the sport. So when Jean gets his chance to fight for a world title this weekend, the story of the street kid who's made it to the big time is as much the story as the loyal promoter who came out of pocket because he believed in that kid. Now the question I'm sure you're asking at home is, should we believe in him as well? He'll have more than his work cut out for him against Peterson, who'll be fighting in front of a raucous crowd in his hometown where he has yet to lose. Lamont is a fighter who can do everything quite well, but at his very best, he's a cerebral pressure fighter with a deep gas tank. When he's in close, he's as accurate as they come on the inside, as he showed against Victor Caio, Amir Khan, and Kendall Holt. His best form is something Jean has not yet had to experience as a professional. The problem is that we most recently saw Peterson at his worst. Last May, he was blown out by Lucas Matisse in 3 rounds, but allowed to keep his IBF title since the fight was contested at 141 pounds. He's never had the best punch resistance. He was dropped by Timothy Bradley, Amir Khan, and twice by Victor Ortiz. And there's no shame in any of that, and certainly none in getting dropped by arguably the hardest puncher at 140. But the question is whether the effects of the Matisse fight will amplify that shortcoming to the point that he can't overcome it anymore. Against Cleotis Pendarvis, Jean looked like the kind of puncher who could exploit that. If Peterson fights him at range, Jean has the hand speed advantage. What he doesn't have yet is the evidence that he can deal with everything else that Peterson brings to the table all at once. Now keep in mind, it wasn't that long ago that another Haitian Canadian named Adonis Stevenson was in the very same situation. After Saturday, we could have more than just another world title in this country. We could have another one of the true buzz fighters in the sport of boxing.